Hey guys, he's an. Okay, that was an accident, not the best start, right? I'm gonna be honest. So basically, Izanagi here. Today I wanted to do a first impressions of Crimson Desert without falling off a cliff by accident this time. That'd be great. So yeah, that was not scripted, by the way. That was not planned. I accidentally moved my controller and like the guy fell off the cliff and died. But yeah. Anyways, so for a bit of context, I am playing on PC. I have a 4080 Super, Ryzen 7 7800 X3D, 32 gigabytes of RAM. I know RAM is very rare these days and expensive. It's a luxury. And 2 terabyte NVMe drive. So not the most mid-range rig ever. Not gonna lie. But yeah, for me, the game does run quite amazingly well. Now, if you're on console, I have some friends who are playing this on console, and I've seen like reviews and like impressions on console. Generally, what I've seen for base Xbox and PS5, a lot of people are playing on the balance mode. So the balance mode is a lot 40 FPS, and it's decent visual qualities. And that seems to be the best like go-between if you want the game to run like decently well at 40 FPS. I play games at 40 FPS on my Steam Deck, and 40 FPS actually does feel like quite a bit significantly smoother than 30. It's obviously not quite 60, but it's a good in between. And in the balance mode, the visuals do look pretty decent. So yeah, that's what I would say. So this is a first impression, not a review, because I've only played 10 hours, which is like crazy to think that. It's like most games you beat in 10 hours, but this game is so massive and there's just so much content in it that I couldn't possibly do a full review so far. So let's start off with the pro. Should we do what should I do? Should I do the pros first or the cons? You know what? I'll do the cons first. So the cons for me is, I'll show you. Wait. L3 for this. There's like a crafting thing. There's like a help you solve puzzles. L3, R3 for this. And then there's this punch R3 you O down, and then you O down LB and L1 and do this like sword attack. So basically what I'm trying to get at, if you're playing this on a controller, there are just so many skills and button inputs you have to remember. Because at the end of the day, this game originally used to be an MMORPG. And then later on in the development cycle, they were like, okay, actually, no, instead of making it an MMO, we're going to make this a single-player game. So there's definitely a lot of MMO aspects carried over. I am hoping in future patches they fix the key binding issues and make skills less kind of like annoying to activate. Because at the moment it is definitely, I mean, it's definitely a barrier for like new players who are easily overwhelmed with all these different like button inputs. Number 2, if you're coming into this game expecting like a Witcher 3, Red Dead Redemption 2, like levels of like narrative and storytelling, this is not the game for you. The best way to view this game is to think of it as like an open sandbox world where you just do whatever you want. You're exploring this very big, beautiful open world. You're going to do side quests, which that's just side quests, you know, basic kind of like RPG side quests in an RPG. You're going to go mining with a pickaxe to get ore. You're going to be fishing at a lake to get fish. You're going to be cutting down trees to get timber. And you do all this basically to upgrade your gear and get stronger. So it's quite an addictive like loop, and it does reward exploration. Now that being said, if you are looking for a interesting story to hook you, it is not here.
Fuck you.
It definitely isn't here. Fuck you too, buddy. Yeah, it definitely isn't here. You're not gonna find it. The story so far, it's, what would I give the story out of 10? I don't know. It's like a 6 maybe. It starts out kind of disjointed. It does get a bit better the more you progress it, but it's nothing. It's just not the hook, line, sinker. This is a open world sandbox game where you just do what you want, and it's free. Also, another few cons is I personally haven't experienced any bugs myself, but there's quite a few people that have said there's a decent amount of bugs. And also, if you're very kind of like anti-AI, this game does have some AI art assets that have been discovered by people on Reddit, so there's also that if that's a deal breaker for you. So now moving on to the pros. So, I mean, just look at this. Do I really need to say more? The game looks absolutely beautiful. Now, I will admit there is some popping, but that's pretty par course of any open world game. I would say if I had to, you know, if I had a gun to my head, it was like, okay, you have to choose between popping or Oblivion Remaster, where you get like frame stutters all the time. I would take the popping, right? So the world is very beautiful, and it's amazing. It's very immersive to just run around and explore. Another pro is just like the open world, doing all these different side activities. Like I said before, the mining, the fishing, cutting down trees, the side quests. It's very, very fun. So, is this game? Is it like game of the year, the best game ever, or is it like absolute trash? I don't think it's either of them. Maybe this is like kind of like a fence-sitting take. But I think the game, if I had to rate it on a score basis, I would give it like maybe like a 7.5. It's somewhere between a 7 and 8 for me. I know some people are like, oh, you're rating it a 7.5, because a lot of people have this weird mentality where it's like, oh, if you rate a game a 7, it's obviously trash, right? It's like, no, 7 is like, or 7.5 I'm rating it. It's like an average, above average game. Because that's how I feel at the moment, right? So would I recommend people to buy the game at the moment in its current state? If what I said appeals to you and you want to play the game and you're not bothered about, you know, the money, then go for it. If you're someone and you're on the fence and you've only got money to buy one game at the moment, I would say probably wait a couple months, 6 months, hell, maybe even a year. Maybe in a year, like, this game will be completely revamped and different. I'd assume Pro Abyss will support this game with patches and constantly update it and improve it. That'd be my assumption. And like within a year, this could be a completely different game. You could be getting the actual real intended version of the game, right? So, I mean, that's kind of part of the course, isn't it, with video games these days? A lot of them do come out incomplete or with certain aspects that are not like quite perfected, and then a year down the line, you go revisit the game, and it's like, oh, this is almost like a brand new experience. So, if you're on the fence, I would suggest like waiting till this game gets some patches. Okay, we can try some combat whilst I'm here. So, I almost forgot.
You're starting to pick me up.
Oh. Wait. Oh, okay. Run. Okay, those big guys, if they hit you, they fuck you up. Okay, right. Oh my god, the reach on him is crazy. Dude, they got some crazy reach on. Press that. Ah! Okay, this is not going well. How did this even start? I don't even know how this started. Why are they attacking me? Does anyone know? I don't think they're bandits. They might be bandits.
Your death will remind all to obey the law.
Oh my god. Like I can spam it.
That's your best shot.
Oh my god, they're so tanky, bro. Okay.
We're having fun, aren't we?
Oh, okay, I died there. I don't even know what happened there. I have no idea, to be honest with you, why they started attacking me. I think they were bandits, maybe? Okay, well... so yeah, the combat is pretty fun. I've played this as a pro. It's kind of like Dynasty Warriors-esque. There's a lot of button mashing, obviously, when you're fighting kind of enemies like that. Is a bit more strategical. You need to block and dodge. I don't know, the dodging is kind of scuffed, if I'm being honest with you. It almost feels like there's some sort of like input delay when I press the buttons. Like, I'll press a button, dodge, and like half a second later, the input comes out. So that's another thing hopefully they can fix. I'm not the only person. And I'm not just using that as an excuse because I got killed, right? But that's another thing I've seen online is a lot of people said there's input delay. But yeah, the combat is fun. I think that's another pro. It's fast-paced, it's interesting, it's flashy. Kind of just like Flat Desert Online if you played the MMO. Is there anything else I want to talk about? No, not at the moment. I think this is a pretty good place to stop. Like I said, first impressions, 10 hours into the game. I might do a follow-up video if I get addicted to this game and invest 100 hours. I think my take would probably be the same regardless. Oh, infiltration. Okay, you can rob this place. Okay, that's another new thing I've just discovered. So, like, all in all, if you enjoyed watching the video, leave a like on the video. You want to talk about the game, leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me if you already played the game, how you're feeling of the game, what you liked about it, if you dislike the game, tell me why you dislike the game, etc, etc. But other than that, I will see all you guys later. Peace out and have a good day. See